I want to discover making a connection with people through my art. I like to paint things that are important to people, things that create an emotional connection as soon as they're looking at them, portraits that are looking back at you when you look at them, iconography, icons, things that create emotional responses in us, things that people just have an immediate connection with when they look at. The figure of Jesus is probably the biggest icon there is. Regardless of what you think about Jesus or what your perceptions on Jesus are, you recognize our popular perception of what this person looks like. And most people have a really strong set of feelings about or feel a connection to in different ways. Jesus here in Transfiguratio, this is a representation of two different modes of existence for Jesus, and it also reflects two different modes of existence for us. And so I've portrayed Jesus not as just a historical character, but as the archetype of someone who's living a physical existence as a person, but also is a spiritual being at the same time. And so here I've represented the physical realm. Everything that's earthly is represented in conventional acrylic painting. But then I've used iridescent media to represent the glow and the glory of everything that's in the spiritual realm. What I'm trying to represent here is a dual existence, essentially in two different dimensional states of existence. And so the geometric breakup is to indicate the ability to perceive through and perceive something that's existing in two different dimensions at the same time. I think icons are more than just familiar faces. I think icons are archetypes also. They're themes and lessons that are repeated through cultural stories and through mythology. And so I'm trying to represent a lot of those metaphorical stories where we can look at a story we're somewhat familiar with that's been told for hundreds or thousands of years, but we can make a connection to the way it affects everyone in the human struggle and in our dealings with life and with each other. As my body of work develops more along the lines of telling archetypical stories and cultural stories that everyone can relate to, Transfiguratio is what I consider to be my flagship piece of work. This is my masterpiece to date because it represents a bridging between the icons in iconography and the really important universal storytelling that's going to be more heavily featured in my future work.